In today's story, we're going to find out how much energy does Jesus have left after he spends 3 days healing people. As I'm telling you guys this story, there might be somebody who comes to mind that you think could benefit from hearing this story. So go and share it with them and see what they think about this story. Maybe it would be an encouragement to them. So Jesus walks along the Sea of Galilee and he goes up onto a mountainside where he sits down. So Jesus is sitting there and all of these crowds come to him. 4,000 men come with all of their women and children. So I don't know exactly how many there were there. If each one has a wife, there'd be 8,000. If each of them had an average of 2 children, that'd be 16,000. And all of these people come and they bring all of their sick to Jesus. They want Jesus to heal them. They bring people who they know who are blind or lame or mute or paralyzed or people with all different kinds of diseases. And they lay them at Jesus' feet and Jesus heals them. As I was thinking about the numbers, I was thinking, okay, Jesus is healing a lot of people. 16,000, probably not all of them are sick. So we could say, what if Jesus is only healing 4,000 of those people? That's going to be 1,333 people that Jesus is healing every day. Let's say that Jesus spends 8 hours sleeping, so he's healing people for 16 hours every day. 83 people that Jesus is healing every hour. So in 1 minute, Jesus is healing 1.5 people. Every minute for 16 hours straight for 3 days straight. And after Jesus has healed all of these people, he calls his 12 disciples to him. And Jesus says to his disciples, you know what, guys? These people have been with me for a really long time. They've been with me for 3 days. And I'm a little bit worried about them because they haven't had anything to eat for 3 days. And I don't know, we're kind of out here in the middle of nowhere on this mountain. And if they go home, they might faint on the way home before they get a chance to get any food in their body. The disciples are like, we don't know what you want us to do, Jesus. Yeah, sure, we do want these people not to faint on their way home, but what should we do about that? And Jesus says, how much food do you guys have? And the disciples say, we don't have very much food, Jesus. We have these little tiny 7 loaves of bread, and we have a few very little fish. And that's not going to go very far with all of these people. But Jesus says, don't worry about it. Just bring them here to me. And so the disciples bring the loaves and the fish to Jesus. And Jesus gives thanks for the 7 loaves and the few fish. And he breaks them. And he has the disciples start giving them out to all of the people. And as the disciples give out this food to all the people, it just keeps on coming. And they just keep on giving food until all of these people have had food. They haven't even just had a snack. They've had enough to eat after 3 days of not eating anything. And then after that, the disciples start picking up leftovers. And as the disciples pick up leftovers, they have 7 baskets full of leftovers of these fishes and these loaves. And after everybody has had enough to eat, Jesus sends all of the crowds away. I think this story is really interesting, and I'm going to post below what I think about this story, but I would love to hear what you guys think too. What does this story teach you about God, and what does this story teach you about humanity? And is there anything in your life that needs to change because of this story?